about Dallas, make it hurt.
What's up? What's up? What's going on, everybody? What's going on, everybody? Those of you that are here with me, excuse me, for this pregame, very quick pregame show. Very quick. I really was not going to do this, but obviously, what has happened today with the rest of the week, I figured I better come on now, say what I have, say whatever it is I have to say. Good evening to everybody. Hope you had a great Sunday. Hello to those of you that are on Twitter and YouTube page and YouTube and Facebook page of the Big Time Show. And then, of course, hello to you all that may be on TikTok. What's going on, everybody? TikTok is joining in. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? If you're on TikTok, say something to me. Even though I see a few of you on, but you don't see in the comments. I like to speak to people when they come on. Come on in here for this Dallas Cowboy talk very quickly before we begin our night. What's up, everybody? Fernando, I see you. Greg, how you doing? John, what's up, man? Appreciate you popping on with me very quickly as we talk about game tonight. What's up, Sebastian? I see you. King Chase, how you doing, sir? What's going on? TikTok. What's going on, everybody in TikTok land? How y'all doing? A lot of y'all on there. TikTok is kind of crazy, y'all. What's going on? Listen, I'm quite sure you know by now that with the Washington Commanders pulling off and beating Philadelphia today, with them winning, it is over now. The season is officially over. They have been eliminated from playoff contention, as if we didn't know, but officially the life support is now, the plug has been pulled. It's over. The Cowboys are officially out with 3 weeks to go, which to me raises a whole lot of other different questions. Merry Christmas. Hey, appreciate it. Hey, Merry Christmas to everybody. Hey, Shane, appreciate that, sir. Merry Christmas to you guys as well. It changes, to me, some things because, you don't want to, I know guys want to play, you paying people. I get all that, but you don't want to get nobody hurt. See, this is where I'm going to be very interested to see. That's why I'm not really going to do any type of analysis on the game, because to be honest with you, man, I'm just throwing CD Lamb out, for instance. He already got his 1,000 yards. The only other thing he can gain from this, he's not going to be an all-pro this year, but he might make the Pro Bowl. So maybe that's the only thing left for him to play for. If that's all was to play for, then you need to sit down somewhere. To be honest with you, before you get really hurt, he's dinged up as it is with a bad shoulder. I don't see the benefit of him now playing. I mean, not now. The last thing we need now is for somebody in these last 3 weeks to get seriously injured, and it's going to take them a whole year to come back. See what I'm saying? So I don't see the benefit of some of our guys if they got just a hangnail. Some of them need to sit down. That's why they sat down DeMarcus Lawrence. I know he wasn't right in the first place, but I think a few other guys need to be added to that. So Timo, I see you. It's time, and I just believe now that it's officially over with 3 weeks to go. And, I just think you just need to play guys. So guys like, of course, Trey Lance. Not that I want to see him. I'm just saying, might as well let them put some film out so somebody else can go get them or whatever the case may be. But, I don't know. Once Rico gets his 1,000 yards, I think he's 120 yards off from getting 1,000 yards. And, I doubt he'd get it tonight. But whenever he gets it, he just need to go and sit down. I'm serious. Because the way the Cowboys talking to Rico may still be a very important part of this team, especially the way that we value running back position. Why not get Rico? Rico going to be cheap. See what I'm saying? Greg says CD needs 6 more reception yards to reach 100. There you go. Giving him his 6. He might get 6 in the first quarter. Sit him down. Don't give him his 6 because he's so close to 100. Don't give him his 100 receptions for the year, which is a remarkable feat for him. Despite losing his quarterback, he still got over 1,000 yards. And he would still get over 100, catches for the year. That's outstanding. I don't think he'll be all pro, but he'll definitely should be a Pro Bowl wide receiver, and which he wasn't playing there. You just don't want somebody to get a season-ending injury right now because it's still going to take. Hey, T-Stone, what's up? Kid Cowboy, I see you. Maya Nelson, I see you. It's just my opinion. I just don't think, since it's over now, since we've been eliminated, it's some guys that just need to sit down. They were fighting. I'm still saying they're fighting. But it's time now for pure evaluation. That's just me. You may feel like they need to play, they're getting paid to play. I understand that concept too. I have that concept. I understand it. I'm not even going to argue with you about it because you're not wrong. See what I'm saying? Hey, Drake, quick. Yeah, I see you over there. Okay, what's going on? Hey, Josephine on TikTok. Got some Commanders fans over there on TikTok. That's joining in over on TikTok, saying some stuff. So, I agree. Keystone say still draft a running back and keep Rico. I agree. But but the Keystone, all that I'm saying about that is a decision gonna have to be made on where you draft him. If you draft him early, then Rico is still your number one. Your number will be your number 2. If you draft a running back late, then Rico will be your number 1, and then your rookie possibly could be a number 2. So it's just, see, Rico, just as long as he can stay healthy, and see, that's the iffy thing when it comes to Rico. This year is strange for him because he stayed healthy. That's not how we roll. So, I mean, that's not how it usually happen to him. He usually gets hurt. So even if you draft a running back and Rico supposedly may get hurt, can your rookie running back handle the load? See what I'm saying? So there's a lot of stuff going today. But it's evaluation time. If you want to keep Rush, so you're going to let him go anyway. So it really don't make no difference what you pay if Rush really plays. See what I'm saying? It really make what, because if you're protecting Cooper from playing, then obviously, and you ain't trading Rush, because Rush is going to be a free agent next year. So the way I would look at that is, if Rush plays next week, because he's not going to play tonight, I don't think he is. But if he does play next week, what that tells me is that you're trying to protect Rush now. And the reason I will say that is because you got plans on signing him back in the offseason. You don't want Rush to get cracked and then be gone for the rest of the year. So if Rush plays in the next 2 weeks, my thing would be that they're going to sign Rush. That's why they're saving him. Rush contract is out as well this year. Remember that. But why would you pull him? You know what I'm saying? Why would you pull him just to have Rush audition? You don't care what Rush does. Excuse me. You don't care what Trey Lance does if you don't have no plans for him anyway. So you care less. Well, you know, whether he plays or not. But you might care about Rush playing because you want to protect him because you got plans on signing. I could see that happen. So it's evaluation time, y'all. It really is. So it's no telling y'all who you. That's why I can't really predict this game tonight. That's why I really can't. I can't really give some analysis on it because when Washington beat Philadelphia earlier today, I'm quite sure somebody in the office said, "Okay, we're officially eliminated from the playoffs now. Let's see this guy. Let's see this guy tonight." Some of the guys they may get their conversation next week. But as for tonight, I believe you're gonna see backup linemen play tonight. I don't know. I like what you're saying. I love the kid from Kansas, and but Trayvon is not a senior, if I'm not mistaken. Keystone, help me out on that. I don't think Trayvon Henderson. I like him, but I think he's not a senior, right? Yeah. Yes, y'all did. Dre Quick, y'all 49er fans. Y'all Commander fans. Happy today. Y'all got two birds out with one stone. Y'all beat the Eagles and then eliminated the Cowboys from the playoffs. All right? Y'all on cloud 9. Yeah, those people are pretty good with a Keystone. And I'm going to have Keystone on my show. Keystone, you got to come on because it's obvious you have far more knowledge. I know you already at work when it comes to the draft. So I'm quite we need your knowledge on my show. So get ready for that, Keystone. I had to bring you on so you can inform us on a few players that we may not know about. Kid Cowboy said, "Are you happy if we give up a 1-4 in 2006 to go get Genty?" I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. Genty is good. You think he a junior? Okay, I got you, John. I don't know his status, so I'm not saying y'all wrong. I just don't know it. Let me tell y'all something about Genty, though, y'all. Oh, he's a senior. I got you, Keystone. So I'm leaning on Keystone on there. He knows. So that kid is good. If you saw the game yesterday, you know what time it is. Let me tell you something about Genty, though, because Kid Cowboy brought him up. I got question marks about Genty. And here's my only question mark, and we'll slightly see this next week. A couple weeks from now in the playoffs. Genty has put up some big numbers against teams that are not good. No defenses that are not, good. He puts up 200 yards against a Big Ten defense or SEC defense, then I'm going to say something about it. As long as he's playing Quack State, Banana Peel University, I'm not saying he's not a good running back because he is. He's explosive and all that type of stuff. But I need to see Genty go against a little better competition to really evaluate him. When you playing Orange Peel University, and you get 15 carries and you already got 230 yards up. But let me see him play against the teams that he's getting ready to play now. And let me see if he got 15 carries, but he got 90 yards. He ain't getting 200. You get 90 yards off 15 carries and dang in the first half, then my whole thought about him changes. See what I'm saying? So I kind of, he's good, kid Cowboy. Genty is good. I ain't taking it from him. He is, he's the best running back. Some say he should have won the Heisman. I get it, but I don't know. Shane says, "Do I think when the season is over?" Season over now. He said Black Monday comes, will McCarthy be on the fire list, or will Jerry Jones wait till the Super Bowl to make an announcement? He was waiting until the Super Bowl just so he can outshine the Super Bowl because he know everybody would talk about it. But all signs point to, Shane, that neither one of them are going anywhere. And when I say neither one, of course McCarthy, but also Mike Zimmer. I don't think nobody's going anywhere. I mean, if you've been listening to Jerry and Steven talk, they talk about him like he's just a, like they really, like they the coaches of the year or something. And so the real question, y'all, now here's my question to you. Since they've been eliminated, and I need to know this before we watch this game in a minute and see where y'all headed. Keystone, or maybe y'all know, where are we drafting right now? I think we're drafting 12th if the season ended today. Am I right about that, or are we drafting 14th? Somebody help me out on this one. If we draft today, where are we drafting? Where are we drafting? And the reason why I'm asking is, if we're at 12, let's just be honest, y'all. Y'all don't want the Cowboys to win no other game this year. If they win 2 games, they're going to drop the dang near 20th. Serious. See, that now this conversation that y'all been having for a while, now it's back in play. I don't think we're going to get no higher than I don't think we can get a top 10 pick. The only chance we'll get a top 10 pick unless we lose these 3 straight games. What would that be? 6 and 11, maybe? Yeah. 6 and 11? Nah. Or 6 and 2. How many games we got? 17 or 18? I don't know. Whichever one, it'd be 6 wins. That might get you a top 10 pick. Might. And if not, you'll be about right where you are now. 12th, 10th, 11th, or 12th. Somewhere in that area there. Which means in the first round, you're going to get a pretty good football player. No matter where you're at. If you're in the top 15, you're going to get one of those guys. You should get one of those guys, and then we'll be arguing about what position we need and all that type of stuff. Just like Quack said, he already saying we need a wide receiver and all that stuff. So the real question is, y'all know the truth. Let's be honest. We all Cowboy fans, but you don't want to beat the Buccaneers tonight, right? Because y'all want y'all draft pick. Want your draft pick, right? I ain't saying I do. I want them to win every game, to be honest with you. Because see, what you don't get in the draft, you can get that in free agency. But we all know how the Cowboys are about free agency. But maybe if you wish upon a star long enough, maybe they might change their their mindset when it comes to it. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So I'm just saying. So y'all ain't answering my question now. Y'all come on, answer. I'm finna get off here. Y'all ain't answering my question. Do y'all want the Cowboys really to win these last 3? You know, some of y'all in love with the draft. I've always he said, didn't we get Tyler Smith in the 20 with the 26th pick? We did. We did. It's good football players in the first round now. It's just well, I mean, they're all starters. I mean, I ain't gonna argue with you. That's a good point, Kid Cowboy. We did get a Tyler Smith. Keystone said, hell no. I guess that means you don't want us to win, right? Keystone is a Cowboy fan. Kid Cowboy, you said sure. Shane says, I want the draft pick. That means that you want the Cowboys to lose. Lee Harrison, since you just popped in, the question on the table right now is, Lee, Cowboys lost, well, they didn't lose. Washington beat Philadelphia, which means that eliminated the Cowboys from all playoff contention. The season officially is over. But you got 3 games left. Do you want the Dallas Cowboys to lose these last 3 games so they can have a draft pick? Right now, nobody didn't answer this question. I believe we're drafting 12th. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I think right now, if the season was to end today, I think we're drafting 12th. So, figure, unless they lose out. Al Logan says, play hard to the end of the season. I believe that will happen. But the question is, who's going to be playing, Al? See, one of the ways you can try to ensure that is put Trey Lance in, who I don't think is good at all. And then you might put some of these guys that we got for cornerbacks who getting cracked every time they run a route. They either get the pass interference call or they get destroyed. See, that's how you can help. You can play hard, but, you see what I'm saying, y'all? See, a lot of these guys are really trying out. They putting stuff on the film for other teams to see for next year. There's some people that are going to make a little money, making somebody else practice squad next year. They won't be here in Dallas next year. You got some guys that will be in Dallas next year because they're going to show enough, and the Cowboys say, let's keep him. Then you got guys like a Trey Lance who, I don't think he's going to play, but, he's essentially just dying to get an opportunity so he can show some people that he can play, and he's really auditioning for another team. That's what a lot of these guys are doing. They're auditioning for other teams. Somebody like Osa, who we may not be able to afford him. Osa's almost playing like a Pro Bowl defensive tackle this year, if you really want to tell the truth. So he want to put as much film as he can so that when he go to another team, he can get his bag. If the Cowboys don't give it to him, somebody will. And he need to put something on film. So, it is something to play for. Ain't no question about that. It's something to play for. All of them do. But the ones that going to be on this team next year, the ones that Georgia linebacker, will he be there, Kid Cowboy? Maybe not if you draft him 21st, 22nd. I don't think he will be. See, some of these big, at some point we got to get out of that upper tier. We got to get out of that upper tier free, draft picks that we wanted. The Travis Hunter and stuff. You might need to let go of the Genty. You might need to let go of the great Abdul Carter, that's who I want. But I believe he'll be a top 10 pick. I just don't see him falling to us. I think we drafting as of right now too low to go get somebody like that. Kid Cowboy, here's the thing though, and you bringing up, so I'm not knocking what you're saying. Those are needs that we have. If y'all see the chat, Kid Cowboy say Texas has 2 nice defensive linemen. That's true. However, let's just say, for instance, that you drafting 10th or 11th or 12th or whatever. Are you drafting with the 10th or 11th or 12th pick a defensive tackle other than maybe Mason Graham from Michigan, who is the best? You're not going to spend that on a defensive tackle. And when you're drafting 10 to 12, 13, whatever, 14, you want a for sure impact player. You don't need question marks. Kind of like Moses Smith. Moses was drafted first round, but when we drafted him, there were question marks. And as of today, a couple years later, guess what? Still got question marks. We're seeing flashes, but we still got question marks. So we can't, I don't need to be drafting that high. So when you get a high pick like that, you need to go get a Micah Parsons like we did when we drafted Micah. I think what we drafted Micah at 12, something like that. He fell to it. CD Lamb fell all the way to 17 or something like that. See, those guys, it ain't question mark. I don't need another Moses Smith developmental, man. No. I don't want that. We drafted Guyton last year. Question mark. He changed his whole position. And here it is. A year later, guess what? We got question mark. We don't drafted first round picks with question marks too many times. You drafting that high, don't give me the guy that's gonna step in day one and be just about starting day one, and it's gonna make an impact day one. Quack. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's what you call it right there. Quack says, let me highlight this. Quack says CD needs a number 2 wide receiver. That's what you need to do. That's another thing you need to do. A guy that's gonna fall right in and go crank it up. What's up, Journey? Bryson, I see you. Appreciate all you guys popping in. So we don't need to draft with that high of a pick. We don't need to draft with that high of a pick. A question mark. I want a guy that's for sure. Now, it ain't, if you really break some of these guys down, it's really not a lot of guys that fit into the category of what I'm talking about right now. It's really not. You have to, there's only just a few. And the question marks people have is just nitpicking. Like when they talk about Travis. Travis don't have no question marks. The only question mark he really has is, are you going to let him play both sides? Maybe not at the pace that he does in Colorado, but are you going to allow him to play both sides of the ball? That's the only question mark about him. As far as playing ability, it ain't no question mark. Genty, the only question I have about Genty is, let me see him do it against top-notch guys, top-notch defense. But other than that, Burden, the wide receiver from Missouri, I ain't got no question mark about him. He can step in day one, be our number 2 receiver. Keystone throws up another name. And Micah from Ohio State, day one start, right in, offense roll. See, those are the people that you can find if we are at, at 12, 13, so wherever we're going to be at. I don't need to be drafting developmental guys, take them out of their position and then you got to train them here and all that. Abdul Carter, even though I know he's not going to make it past the top 10. You plug him in day one. And just in case y'all don't know what I'm talking about, Abdul Carter from Penn State, he looks just like Micah Parsons. Played like him, fast, dominant, play on the edge. Day one starter. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? So those are the type of guys that automatically impact your franchise immediately. Some of these guys, I ain't got time to wait. Cowboys is a position where you ain't got time to wait. You need guys that gonna step in and go crazy. But that's another whole conversation at another time. We got all summer long. We got all the way to the draft talking about that. Matthew, good question. But if it's not Mason Graham, who would be the only defensive tackle probably rated in the top on draft boards, probably the top 15, top 20. We need a defensive tackle, but does that if it's not Mason Graham, that high, are you willing to just reach in the first round, get a defensive tackle, or can you wait to go get one? Mason Graham is not the only good defensive tackle. You're going to have to put that in. It's a stacked position. Hit me out, Keystone. Give me some names for defensive tackle. I just can't think of one right now. The kid from, just can't think of his name, but the kid from Georgia is real good. But I don't think he'll got a first round draft grade. Kid from Georgia. I did say Georgia. The kid from he's pretty good. The kid from Texas is real good. See, you don't necessarily have to be that way. Thank you, Keystone. He says no. Mason Graham different though, Keystone. Mason Graham different. He's different. I would pick him. Mason Graham is the truth. I got you, Matthew. But where? You're not. If you're drafting between 10 and if you're drafting between, let's say, 11 and 16, maybe, and Mason Graham is off the board, wouldn't that be considered reaching? I ain't saying the players that you. I'm not saying that they're not good football players, but if you ain't got them projected that high, you can wait. Draft down or draft up. Sure, we got 10 pieces in the draft. Package the deal out. Go get somebody else, and then go get your guy. You can't do that. I'm not reaching. See, we're at the point now because we got to hit. This is a draft, man. If y'all kind of see the team, man, this is a draft where we got to hit a home run. For real. We got to hit it, especially with them first couple picks. Remember, we don't have a fourth round pick. Remember that. We gave that up for Mingo. We don't have a fourth round pick. Them first 3 picks, we need to be hitting home runs. Seriously. We're at that point of transition. Got enough vets, but they're on their way out the door. Then we got to get slightly young again, because remember, then when you throw in the element that we don't get free agents at all. So we really do, since they love the draft, you better hit a home run in these first 3 picks. All 3 of them, actually. James says, I wonder if James Pierce Jr. will slide. Excellent pick. And I don't think he's projected to go in the top 10, if I'm not mistaken. Keystone, if I'm making a mistake, please correct me. I don't think James Pierce Jr. from Tennessee is projected in the top 10, so he might fall right in our spot. Now, if you haven't seen Pierce play from Tennessee, he's a problem. Tremendous edge rusher. See what I'm saying? So those Keystone, Omar Norman Lott. Where is he projected, Keystone? See, I'm leaning on my brother here because I haven't really just gotten into it. I know my brother Keystone here knows. I almost need to just send him a link when we start up this, and just let him start talking. And you see these names, we might as well start doing the homework. The season's over with now. Everybody go check out Omar Norman Lott from Tennessee. Check out James Pierce that Shane just talked about. Go look at him. Some of these guys, see what I'm saying? I see when I told y'all Keystone know. He'd already studied these guys. But see, these guys that he's naming, are good football players that cause problems, but they're not first-round draft picks. So you can get these guys later. See what I'm saying? So these are guys you need to start studying. Go pull up some tape on them, look at them, and see how does they fit in. These are some of the guys. I'm giving you, some of y'all should have a pen and a paper in your hand. Write these names down. Go to YouTube, pull up their tape, start looking at them and start seeing what some of these draft experts are saying, or listen to find Keystone. Y'all gonna see Keystone on a whole bunch of shows. You're gonna see him with Boss. You might even see him with on the Final Word, because Keystone studied these people. See right there. See, this is Shane, and your answer is right there. And that's, you say how far will he slide? Well, there your answer is. He's projected to go in the 3rd round. So in other words, his name ain't even mentioned right now. See what I'm saying? And if you can get a guy like that in the 3rd round, you ready to play football. See? So we all know the big names. That ain't where the draft is running, won. The draft is won from the 4th round on down. You should hit home runs the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd round pick. That should be, it ain't hard. But where the money is made, when you get a guy that is a disruptor like James Pierce, and he is projected to be in the 3rd round, trust me, if you seen Tennessee play and you seen James Pierce, trust me, you will take him. I'm not familiar with Birch out of Oregon. I know who he is, but Keystone putting them up there. See, all these names you need to start looking at. These names where you need to start looking. Start looking at these guys, start seeing what you like and all that type of stuff, and then measure up our roster, because some guys are coming back. I got one for you. Keystone, hit me out right here. Hit me out right here, Keystone. And everybody else. First of all, let's get this question out of the way, then I'll let y'all go, because it's 6:35. Matthew said Parsons can be traded. And no, he's not, Matthew. D. Law is a free agent. They're not going to pay him. Nothing to lose, rebuild. No, we're not trading with Parsons. No, sir. John says, who would you get if you was picking the 1st round pick? I got to know where I'm drafting first, John. I got to know. And now if you ask me what the need is, I got equal needs. I need a defensive tackle, but not at 11, drafting 11 through 14. I don't need a defensive tackle there. I definitely need a wide receiver. That's automatic. I would love to have a running back, but we know how the Cowboys operate. They're not drafting a 1st round running back. They'll wait. There's plenty of running backs in this draft. They ain't gonna want to spend on their 1st round pick. If Genty was staring at them right in their face, they supposedly learned their mistake with Ezekiel and drafted him in the 1st round. they let all the talent go for running back. They believe in it because, see, Rico Dowd helped their cause. Rico playing so well, they say, see, we don't need no 1st round running back. We gonna have 1,000-yard back right here out of Rico Dowd. They ain't finna spend no money on no 1st round pick. You can pay him, kid, Cowboy. It depends on what you're trying to get. You pay 11. If 11 is taking a hometown discount like he talking, then you can do some stuff. Y'all been hearing what Micah Parsons said. Y'all heard what Jared. Now, whether that happens is true, but if he's giving them a discount, instead of getting paid $40 million, he take 30. Trust me, that's a discount. You can do it. But the Cowboys ain't gonna spend no money on no free agents anyway. They're not. They will, but it'll be the bargain bin free agents. Y'all know that. It'll be the crackerjack Hungry Jack Biscuit free agents. Y'all know that. They're going to spend money on free agents. It just ain't going to be the big name guys. Y'all know that. So there you go. See, I don't. There's plenty of running backs in the draft this year. I want to go back to a statement I saw earlier. See, we're going to have this conversation probably starting tomorrow when I come on tomorrow night, slightly. John said, who would I rather pick in the first round? To be honest with you guys, where the Cowboys think, and I'm not thinking as myself, I'm thinking like Jones. See, we might as well stop thinking like we think when it comes to the Cowboys, but they'll never go the route where we going. They don't do that. So let's stop doing that. If you're thinking like the Jones, they probably won't even get a wide receiver, but they should. And that will be a day one starter. I believe an edge rusher would be a day one starter. We need linebackers too. Overshawn probably ain't playing next year. We need other linebackers. That's what we need. Do you spend in the first round on a linebacker? I say no. I got another question for y'all, because y'all know the Cowboys. Step out of your brain real quick. Let's try our best to think like the Dallas Cowboys and draft. What if Zach Martin retires? You already know what's going to happen. They're going to go first round, go get a guard. You know they draft. You know they spend first round picks on linemen, offensive linemen. Y'all know that. So the jury is still out, John. If Zach Martin retires, even though they do have, to me, they have the answer already inside the building, but they'll just be too excited to go get another first round pick lineman. You know that. I believe, Shane, that they will draft a quarterback, but it's going to be late. They ain't getting no. Man, the Cowboys may not pick a quarterback, especially if they re-sign Rush. Okay? If they re-sign Rush, because see, Mike McCarthy ain't got time to be really trying to teach a backup quarterback just in case Dak get hurt. See, all this factor in. You want to go ahead and put Rush in because you know what you got with Rush. Rush is going to win you some games. And even if that's a one-year deal, you need a third quarterback for developmental reasons. Well, if you need him for developmental reasons, you picking him late. I'm talking like the 5th, 6th, 7th round. Yeah, you might get a developmental quarterback that ain't gonna cost you nothing. But you're not gonna, you got 10 picks, you might get a quarterback out of it, but it'll be later on. If they sign Rush. If they go get Rush back, then I know they ain't picking a quarterback to way later. You got to think like the Jones. And I think that our biggest needs, to be honest with you, I believe the biggest needs are on the defensive side of the ball, because we really don't have depth. That's why y'all saw all these practice squad guys playing. We need, look, Trayvon Diggs, good Lord, when he coming back? They said he might be. I don't know when he's coming back. Now they talking about fracture surgery in his knee. Now you definitely need a cornerback, unless you're gonna go. Again, free agency is there, but how much money are they really willing to spend in free agency? See what I'm saying? These are the questions, but we know we need depth. I think we need depth on the defensive line, for sure, in every spot. Defensive tackle, defensive end. See what I'm saying? So, I don't know, John. I don't know. Cowboys got this decision to make. Like, when you look at who all the free agents are, and I have this on my show coming up. Like, since, look, we're going to look at the list and see who's all leaving. It's going to be like, God dang. Hey, we got to sign some of these guys back. But we just going to be really, starting from scratch. I ain't saying start from scratch, but, you're going to have too many unknowns. And your answers are not going to be just because you draft. You can't have it all from the draft. Exactly, Keystone. That's what I said. You say, look for what you can get for Parsons. That's what you said, Matthew. What has he done? Oh, my God. What has he done? Matthew, yeah, that's what you said. That's what I was looking for. You said trade him. But Matthew, what has he done? If he gets a sack tonight, he'll be one of, in the history of the NFL, in 4 years, to have over 50 sacks in the history of the NFL. The other 3 players are in the Hall of Fame. Since he's come back, and remember, he's lost games. I mean, he lost a lot of games due to injury. He's already leading some of your biggest names in quarterback pressure. In other words, he's a disruptor. If he gets a couple more sacks, he's going to get double-digit sacks for this year. And he missed, 5 this game? Imagine if he would have played. You don't trade away that type of dude. You pay that type of dude. Those type of guys don't grow on trees. Now, you say trade them? Yeah, you'll get something for them. But why? I ain't doing the line, not kid Cowboy. Why would I trade away and get a whole bunch of picks for a bunch of unknowns? I see what you're saying, Matthew. I'm just saying, if you get 5 picks for what you want, I'm saying if you get 2 first-round picks, 1 pick for the following year and all that, I mean, what you getting for it? I mean, that's the unknown. You don't trade away a guy like Parsons. You don't do that. Yeah, you get a chance to find it, but I don't know. I wouldn't do it. You might do it. Yes, you would do it, and I understand maybe some people trying to compare this to maybe like Herschel Walker did. No, he's not the best all the time, but he's one of the best of this generation, of this today's guy. There ain't no question about that. He ain't played long enough to be best of all time. But for the first 4 years, there ain't too many guys been better. And that's all time as well. This dude is a problem. He's a serious problem. He's one of these guys that the offensive coordinator have nightmares over. They don't sleep good when you're dealing with a guy like him. He's a problem. What's up, Joe? He's a problem. So I don't get rid of problems. I keep them. He's a big problem. Well, I believe all that's coming, Shane. See, that's the other part that most people don't figure out. Think it was kid Cowboys and say, we can't pay Parsons, we ain't gonna have nothing. Well, if you restructure, folks, that's all they got to do. And they have jurisdiction over that. You just convert the money over to a signing bonus, and they get their money there. That's what I'm saying. So I believe all that's gonna happen. The Dak deal's gonna get redone, restructured. CD is gonna get restructured. Some of the other guys on the team are gonna get restructured. And you can create cap space. Cowboys just don't do it. You don't have to do it now. Especially if you sign Parsons. You're gonna have to do things that you used to not doing. Restructuring contract. That's one of the things we don't do too well. You say, where was he in 3 playoff games? Where was the whole team? Shit. See, if it ain't Michael, if it ain't Dak, now you want to go to Michael Kid Cowboy. Where was the whole team there? They usually get blowed out in the playoff. Just because they get blowed out means you go to trade them. See, it depends on what you want. If you want a 5-year rebuild program, then you trade Micah. But if you want to go from 6 wins, and keep in mind, let's be fair, it's kind of like the 49ers. We got a lot of injuries this year. And like I told you, you can't run the race without the real horses in the game. So let's not act like the injuries didn't affect them. It's the truth. This team, if healthy, can go next year, right back from 6 wins this year, all the way back up to 11. Just that quick. They ain't sorry now. Let's don't let it fool you. 49ers ain't gonna make the playoffs either, but y'all know 49ers had a whole gigantic bunch of injuries to all their star players. Can't run the race without the horses, y'all. You can't. Especially when all of them getting hurt at the same time. Y'all need to stop lying now. Stop lying. Y'all know. The 49ers were healthy. They'll be right there in the... Yeah. Ain't like the Jones, Matthew. I understand the Cowboys, Cowboy fans want it done, but ain't like the Jones on your question. Do we keep the head coach? If you've been listening to Jerry and Steve in the last few weeks, you already see what they're going to do. They're going to keep him. You keep him. They don't want that much of a shakeup where you can bring in a new head coach. You're going to bring in another whole offensive coordinator. You're going to bring in another defensive coordinator. Now everybody got to learn a whole new system. You see how long it took them to learn Mike Zimmer's thing. Now they somewhat comfortable. They're playing with. Plus, you insert Micah Parsons back in. You insert a Bland back in. You insert Diggs at the time. Guess what? The defense gets better when you put your better players back in. It's really that simple. As long as you got practice squad guys playing and 4-string guys playing, I mean, come on now. They're going to give them another run. They are. They're going to give them another run, and, it's going to happen. When is it going to stop? Maybe next year. I don't know, kid. See, the interesting thing, because I believe you're going to bring I don't think there's going to be no change, okay? My question then is, because all the coaches are on 1-year deals, the question, they ain't even lose all that now. Let's have some common sense. My question is, if McCarthy comes back, is it another 1-year deal or is it like a 3-year deal? Because see, if it's a 3-year deal, ain't nobody going nowhere. I think they completely love. If you listen to them, you see they love McCarthy. And you know they love Zimmer. I'm just saying. If you listen to the interview, Steven, what Jerry just do last week, he gave him a A grade for this year. That's what Jerry gave him. See? I see what you're saying, Shane. You say, I don't think McCarthy will be back next season. No. I've always said, Kid Cowboy, I don't know if you've been with me, I said the Cowboys have always been a team that the roster would have to override the bad decision-making of the front office and the bad coaching of the coaches. The talent is just too good. And when they call a bad play, you got a CeeDee Lamb who can take a 5-yard slant and go hit his head on the goalpost because he's going to break a tackle and then he gone. The talent overrides a 5-yard slant, but it was 3rd and 9, but you run a 5-yard slant. But your players are good enough to see what I'm saying. That's the problem of this year. We don't have talent that's good enough to override the bad, we're all in decision for Jerry Jones this year. We don't have the talent to override bad play calling or whatever. We don't have it this year. That's the difference. If they come back on a 1-year deal, then, then you'll see. But if he signs a 2-3 year extension, that'll tell you all you need to know. A lot of question marks, y'all. As the season is over with, as far as playoff contention goes. We'll know all these answers, and we'll know about Mike McCarthy rather quickly, because they have to get ready for the combine. See, if you ain't gonna have your coach there, you need to get him out, and you already need to have somebody ready to step in. The combine is right after the Super Bowl. You got to send your people there. So you'll know about McCarthy rather quickly. Real quick, actually. Hey, Mr. Norton, what's up, Doc? Yeah. And see, you got to think like Jones, y'all. No, Tommy, what's up, man? I don't think we're going to get the Boys State running back. No. What Mr. Norton just said, Vino, he just said they're going to get the grace because of the injuries. Y'all got to think like the Jones, man. They don't want to get rid of it. I promise you, Will McClay, kid Cowboy, gonna get one. They're not going to. Now, that's one thing I know for sure. They are not going to let Will McClay walk out their building. It's not going to happen. Whatever a team offers him, Cowboys will give him that. He just won't have the title, keep doing what he do. They're not getting ready to go into a draft with 10 picks without Will McClay. It's not going to happen. That is not going to happen. My partner on that. What's up, Eddie? I see you, man. What's going on TikTok over there? Man, I can't believe it. TikTok is crazy. I'm going to tell y'all something. I done had 187 people at least click in for a moment of time or just a couple minutes on it. This is crazy. This is my second time really going on, or third time going on TikTok. Unbelievable. Okay. Who, Kid Cowboy? No, sir. You wrong on that, Kid Cowboy. You 1,000% wrong on that. We done had too many All-Pros and Pro Bowl players that done came from Will McClay, Jerry, and Stevens. No way. Can't say that. Talent has always been there. That's not the reason. That's not the reason. He's not the reason. Usually we draft pretty well. That's his job. His job is drafting pretty well, and he's not the general manager. He's not that. He's the head of the scouting department, and he's a very integral part of the draft process. And if that's what his job is, he has done it quite well. So I ain't gonna agree with you on that one, Kid Cowboy. Will McClay is not in the discussion when things are wrong with the Dallas Cowboys roster. That's too much, Kid Cowboy. Yeah, that's what Kid Cowboy gonna say right there, Keystone. He'll put it all on deck, but to really answer your question, you said then why I'm saying we're not good enough. A whole lot of factors, it's a list. Part of it is that on that. I'm gonna say that for you. Part of it is, not all of it though. Yeah. That's what he gonna say. Y'all know, y'all by now, all Kid Cowboy does is look for an opening so he can start the Dak Prescott crucifixion crusade, and then he gonna be all gonna fall for it. Talking back to him, and he just goes off. That's all he be looking for. Yes, it can, Kid Cowboy. When you're down 31-3 in the first half, sure the quarterback could stop the bleeding per se. But Dak Prescott is not playing on the defensive side of the ball. And if it's 31, 36 to 10 or whatever, stop it. Can't blame it on that. And I know what you're going to say. Well, didn't he throw a pick six? Yeah, he did. That's on 7. What about the other 25 points? See what I'm saying? See, let's go back all the way back to the Green Bay playoff game in Dallas, where at halftime it was 31-3. You blaming the 31 points on that? Really? Now, if you really want to blame that, the game that I'm talking about is that first playoff game against the 49ers in Dallas and in San Francisco, both of them actually, when it was a one-score game and we couldn't make the one play that we need to get over the hump. Now, if you want to blame that on that, okay, we can talk now. But I ain't giving that when the defense ain't showed up. Come on now. But you already know that. You just hate Dak. So I ain't finna argue with you about Dak Prescott because I know where you want to go. Even though you say I haven't said a word about the quarterback. But Cowboy, you got to remember, that's all you say. That's all you do is try to kill Dak. You don't say nothing about the defense, giving up an incredible amount of points like they did against Green Bay. You know, you ain't even saying nothing about that. You ain't saying nothing about offensive line can't block. You ain't saying nothing about that. All you want to throw is dead on that. You ain't saying nothing about bad coaching. You say all you say is about that. That's all you do. Everybody here know it. We even act like you innocent. You know how you talk. We anticipate you. We already know what you gonna say. Yeah. You the same one to say Cooper Rush is better than that. You might have not forget Cooper Rush. You're the same one to say that Trey Lance is better than that. You know better than that. But, you know, it is what it is. All right, it's 7 o'clock on the dot. I'm going to let you guys, I appreciate all y'all that been hanging with me. Man, I ain't going to get the 1K. Yeah, I need, for all of you guys that have been on here and on TikTok, I need 1,000 followers. I need it. For those of you that are on YouTube and Facebook, if you have not followed me on TikTok, I need your help. I need you to go to @BigTimeLou. It's Big Time LOU, like Louis LOU. @BigTimeLou, and just go follow me there. And you can watch me from wherever you want to, but I need to get to 1,000 over here, so I need your help on TikTok. If y'all can do that for me, again, it's @BigTimeLou. If you're on Twitter, it's the same handle that you have on Twitter, @BigTimeLou. I really need your help on that. I really need your help for my TikTok. Matter of fact, and go and do that. And look, Cowboy time, man, I appreciate you, Khalid. Some of you guys have already done it. I appreciate you guys so much for helping your boy out. Just trying to expand the show. That's all I'm trying to do. Trying to put myself in somewhere with a decent position. We hope that you guys will help me out. Everybody hit the like button from wherever you're watching now. Hit that like button, smash about 20 times. Let's get ready for the game, y'all. Enjoy the game. I'll be with you guys tomorrow night. No, tomorrow. I'll be with you guys. I'm off work. So I'll be with you guys. Appreciate you, Joe. I'll be off work. So I'm going to come to you tomorrow. Maybe somewhere around 11 or 12 o'clock tomorrow. Not 7 o'clock tomorrow night. I'm going to come to you in the afternoon, late morning, early morning. I mean, early afternoon tomorrow. And we'll, of course, talk about what we saw tonight. And we'll continue some of this talk about the draft and everything else about that. Hey, regardless, let's go and close this out. You see the Cowboys, they're playing with house money. They have nothing to lose. You know, the many Cowboys non-delight, they will want them to lose. Now everybody want the highest draft pick possible. I get that strategy, but the Cowboys, It's not going to happen because Mike McCarthy supposedly is still playing for his job. See what I'm saying? This coaching staff are coaching for their job. So it ain't going to be no laying down. It's not going to be no laying down, y'all. If they're going to get beat, they're just going to get beat. But these guys, Mike McCarthy, Buck Simmer, Schottenheimer, all these guys, they're playing for their job. So they ain't gonna lay down. They ain't trying to lose, y'all. So you're going to get a good effort out of the Cowboys tonight. I'll tell you that right now. And I wouldn't be surprised if we beat back there. Yeah, I see what you're saying, Davino. And you're right. Only thing you get to keep your real good high draft pick. Only way you get to do it is by losing. So I understand that. But you gotta understand they ain't trying to lose. They gotta fight for their jobs, man. You got guys that are gonna be free agents want to stay in Dallas, want to stay in Texas because there's no state tax there. Exactly. You got guys auditioning, as Oak Cliff just said, for other teams. Ain't nobody laying down now. So y'all think we finna come out here and just lay it down? They already know they out of playoff contention by now. Based off what happened with Washington and Philadelphia. They know. Watch how they play tonight. Free and easy. They in spoiler mode. They in spoiler mode for Washington. They gonna be in spoiler mode for Philadelphia. And they're gonna be in spoiler mode with the last game of the year. The rest of the way. All right, let's go, y'all. Enjoy the game. I'll see you guys tomorrow afternoon. All right. I see you, John KV. I see you. Appreciate you, man. John came to TikTok and followed me over there. I'm live there now. Man, I appreciate that. Thank you, John. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Is that you, John? I'm the one or whatever. Thank y'all for coming in. Thank y'all for hanging with me. All right. Exactly, Judge Vino. That's why they ain't laying down. They ain't gonna lay down. Y'all watch what I'm telling you. They're gonna play like crazy. Y'all enjoy the night, man. The league trying to be nice. He said he put the hand clap in his man. Don't be quiet. Don't get off the thing so we're gonna watch the game. I know what you're saying today. You ain't fooling. All right, y'all. I see y'all tomorrow morning, late morning, tomorrow afternoon. We'll holler at you for the one and the only, the big time show.